All right. Let's get a little football in the mix. Or again, David, you've been secretive about this today, the same way Rico was earlier. So what the hell? Is this a blitz? Is it not?
It is not football. So based off the conversation we had yesterday of Patrick Kane and the impact he's had on the Detroit Red Wings.
After Kenny slandered him the day he signed.
Correct. He's been a midseason acquisition. So we're going to do the midseason acquisition best move of Detroit sports history. And I love that music so much. I'm going to use that again. I love it so much. So I put this together, so I'm sure the people will hate it. Let's start at number 10. Allen Iverson.
What?
Played just 54 games in Detroit and averaged 17 points per game and enjoyed the Detroit Lions.
And the only people who are happy we acquired Iverson were the people down at MGM.
And Joe Dumars.
What, are you insane?
I put that one on there for a fact because, of course.
Maybe the blackjack dealers. Like, are you kidding me?
We'll get to some of the greater ones.
If that is in the top 10 of midseason acquisitions in the history of this city, I'd like to say we're in the bottom 10 in professional sports history for acquisitions.
Name recognition. That's for name recognition.
You not a big AI fan?
Not the one we got. Because the one that was stepping over Ty Lue in the finals, right. Guy was dead.
We got clearance rack AI.
Right. We got Goodwill AI.
Number 9 on the list would be David Price. David Price was traded for, hopefully he was going to bring us to the World Series again, but he did not. He went 9-4 with a 2.5 ERA.
No, but that's when you really thought that this team had got the final piece to the puzzle.
Yeah, pull up the pitching staff. How you didn't win anything with that staff is, well, something.
Number 8 on the list.
Okay.
Blake Griffin. He averaged 19 points per game in Detroit after the trade.
What, did Greg Kelser make this
went
list?
Went to the All-Star game in year 2, averaged 24 points per game, took the team to the playoffs, but they got swept by the Bucks. That's the last playoff appearance by a Detroit team.
Okay, I would move him to 9. I would have Price at 8 at least, but he's better than Iverson.
Here's what I will say about Blake. I never criticized him or the way he handled this. He was an absolute professional. He sacrificed his body. He didn't complain. Remember, that year, Jerry West was working with the Clippers. They brought him in, showed him his number in the rafters, Clipper for life, the whole bit. 6 months later, they trade your ass. He could have raised holy hell. I begged him to. I have no issue with Blake Griffin, but I will forever have a strong dislike for Tom Gores and SVG for allowing that kerfuffle to take place. Set the organization back years.
Now, remember, this is mid-season acquisition.
Yes.
This isn't someone being traded for in the offseason. Maybe someone signed during the season.
Because Ben Wallace, that all
Ben
happened
Wallace was
after.
in the offseason. Miggy was in the offseason, so they are not eligible for this list.
Let's hear it.
Number 7 would be Sean Casey. He wasn't around long, but he took the team to the World Series in 2006, and he was the first baseman before Miggy. Had a nice 2007 run there. He hit .432 in the playoffs when they went to the playoffs.
Okay.
And if it's mid-season, went to a World Series, Blake got swept. All right, I'll allow it. It's gross.
Put him over the list. It's not
Allen
a great
Iverson,
name.
but
we really need to do better with mid-season acquisitions.
Okay, maybe this one's better because he helped take the Tigers to the World Series in 2012 and was a Cy Young candidate in his first full season as a Detroit Tiger. That would be Anibal Sanchez.
Yes. Yes. Yes, 100%. Career revival.
Yes, he did.
He was so good for several years here. I always liked him.
Yeah, year 2 and 3 wasn't the greatest, but whatever. He took us to the World Series and could have won a Cy Young. Let's jump into the top 5 here. Number 5, Chris Chelios. He was traded in 1999 to the Detroit Red Wings. They did not win a Stanley Cup that year, but he did help them win 2 Stanley Cups thereafter.
Yeah, yes. You know what's funny? What do you consider him more of? I mean, obviously, he played more time in Detroit than he did Chicago, but yet don't you still feel like he's a Blackhawk?
Well, he played 9 seasons in Detroit, so I think
what I mean.
I know.
But the Blackhawks seem to think that he's his, and he seems to think that he's like, yeah, well, I'll use that word one time, Detroit.
Okay, well,
all the booze.
And you can have him. All right, next.
Never come back. Number 4 on the list, and I didn't realize he was a midseason acquisition. It was years before they won the championship. They went back-to-back in 89 and 90, but they acquired him in 1982 for the Detroit Pistons. His name is Bill Laimbeer. He ended up scoring 10,000 points for the team, grabbed more than 10,000 rebounds, and helped them again win back-to-back, eventually.
What was the acquisition? Like, what was given up to get him?
A first-round pick. Back then, they didn't really value first-round picks in the NBA draft.
No.
So
Kinda
it was
like
a
this
Cleveland
year.
trade.
That's
yeah.
why they put the rule in, because there were some teams in the league in the 70s and 80s, they'd go 5 years without a pick. Teams like the Clippers basically would sell their pick every year, yeah.
Number 3 on this list, also going back to the Detroit Pistons, and I put him over Bill Laimbeer because they immediately won a championship with this trade.
Zellico Rebracha.
No, that would be
Wait.
Mark.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Never mind. You already said it.
That would be Mark Aguirre. They won that season when they traded for
Go
him.
ahead. You have strong thoughts about that.
No, Isaiah basically said, Isaiah started the super team. I want my boy here, my fellow Chicagoan. He brought him in, and that team flipped it around, won it. 'Cause he was like stuck. I forgot what was he?
Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
That's where Dantley went, right?
Yes, he was.
Yes. That was the famous Dantley just got screwed because he was the man here. And he's like, wait, what do you mean I'm traded?
And
I'm
to
leaving.
to the Mavericks?
Right. And
That was the sad cowboy hat era Mavericks.
right. It's like, he got a ring, but it was like, yeah, I didn't. He left in protest. He's still angry about that to this day.
And Aguirre was a great scorer. So in his first full season, he took a step back to allow Dennis Rodman to then elevate. And they still won back-to-back.
Up next, your favorite Orlando Woolridge memories.
Number 2 on this list, Brendan Shanahan. 2 games into the 96-97 season, they traded for him, and we all remember what happened. They won back-to-back, and then won another one with him in 02.
Do you know? All right, hold on. Do you know where they got him from?
Yeah, that was Philadelphia, wasn't it?
St. Louis?
No. Didn't they get him from Hartford? Wasn't that the ill-fated Hartford
Yes, I'm sorry.
Shanahan
I'm
period
sorry.
of time?
It
You're right.
was 2 games at Hartford.
Right.
Yes.
St. Louis Shanny was different. Hartford Shanny was sad. But shout out anyone who still owns the navy blue Whalers jersey from that era.
He probably,
Those things are sexual. They make you go.
He had the Juan Gonzalez apartment in Hartford.
Phil Garner, flu-like symptoms.
And then I think you all can pretty much guess what the number 1 midseason acquisition was.
Very similar to Shanny. There's a jersey out there with his name on the back that most people don't own.
Correct. That would be Rasheed Wallace, who didn't even play a minute for the Atlanta Hawks before he was traded.
It was
to
a
the Detroit Pistons.
stopover, and you gave up, wasn't it Mike James? And he came back on a buyout. Rebracha.
No, Lindsey was the
I was
one
going
who
to say
came back.
Lindsey, because they told Lindsey, don't do anything.
We'll come and get you.
Enjoy your weekend.
Yep.
You can't play, but you'll be back on Monday.
They traded Rebracha. What else did they deal in that deal? Golly.
Chucky Atkins was in that deal.
They stole Rasheed Wallace, who at the time still was one of the elite players in the league. Stole him.
So Kenny Rogers wasn't a midseason for the
No, I believe Kenny Rogers was signed as a free agent.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
bring his name up to me, please.
Sorry.
Oh, that soft tossing goofball, and the Yankees couldn't hit him worth a
Beat you
damn.
in that series.
He had that junk on his hand.
The Greg Maddux special.
Oh, please. Yankees couldn't touch him. Sorry. I'm happy for you guys. God bless.
Yeah, we didn't win anything, though, so it doesn't matter.
David, come on, man. It was a World Series. Like that,
Well, I was
You know what?
sick and tired of hearing 84.
that was a magical time in this town.
Yeah, well, the problem was they went over and practiced at Ford Field, and you can't tell me that Lions were 0-16, and they did a publicity stunt because it was raining, and all the Tigers went and practiced in Ford Field. I'm like, no. Get away from this place. This is cursed.
Mid-season acquisition. What, James Wiseman didn't make the list.
No, he did not make that list at all. Not 97.
Every time you see Wiseman shoot,